Divine greetings to all who are watching Soulful Talks. Life is a series of small, little, joyous moments. Today, we have a supermom with us who has made her life a heaven by adding on to this little joyous moments in her everyday life. She is a living example how to turn the struggles into wins, how to make little moments in everyday life into a beautiful rainbow like feelings. She is not just a wise person, but she is so balanced that she manages everything so calmly and peacefully. She is a strong woman and a big inspiration for me. Today, we have a beautiful guest with us, inside out, Miss Vineeta Chandak. I welcome you on Soulful Talks, Miss Vineeta Chandak.
Thank you, Dr. Suruchi, for such warm welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
Thank you.
So, since we are very good friends, I know you very personally. I want everybody to know and see your inner light in this talk. So I invite you to pour your heart out during this conversation so that every mom who is listening to this conversation may see your light and get that little spark from you in their life too. So let us begin with the first question I want to ask you. I want to know what was Vinita before motherhood and how is Vinita now after motherhood?
I have always loved children ever since I have known what I want to be in my life was a teacher and a mother because I love being surrounded by children all the time. So that was for sure that I would have babies in my life. So life as before being a actual mother because I feel that all my students I have mothered them. But yes, when you actually become mother to your own children, things take a little turn that extra effort comes internally. So for me, what have changed is sleepless nights, which I have had, which I did not have before. And on a serious note, I would say that I am more relaxed now because I know now I have to match with the vibes of my children. My children do not have to match with my vibes. That is very important. So once we understand that, then life becomes smooth. So
That is
for
very
me, I
beautiful. That is very beautiful. I want to repeat it that we have to match with the vibes of our children, and children do not, have to match with our vibes. That is beautiful.
right. So what happens is we tend to make our timetable routine after a certain point of time is the next activity we're going to move on. That's good to have some structure in life. But with my personal experience, it has come the structure might not work every time.
True.
So that is the point where you need to match to the vibes of your children. And that's one major shift that has come into my life, not as a mother, but as an individual also that I actually need to match with the vibes of my work as well, along with matching to the vibes of my children.
So this was a major shift in your life. Earlier, you were free bird and follow your own structure and own routine. But after motherhood, you don't, stick with those structures, and you are okay with an unstructured routine and sometimes chaos. The balanced and structured person you are, you must have struggled a lot in your initial days. But yes, certainly you have find that peace within you, and now you are settled with that unstructured routines. That is beautiful, Vineeta. Okay, tell me, can you share some joyous little moments in your everyday life? What are the most happy moments in your daily life?
We begin our day with a hug and a prayer, a gratitude prayer. And I feel most blessed when my children come to me and they hug me, and the first thing in the morning they tell me, Mama, bahut achhe ho.
Beautiful.
And I keep reflecting that what might have made my children say this to me. And I will have to live up to this because
How old are your children?
my older one is about to be 6, my younger one is 3.5.
Okay.
So when they come and they tell me this, I am like, "Hey, okay, now there are people, my children, who are looking up to me. And when someone tells you कि आप बहुत अच्छे हो, that means you you have some important place in their heart and in their life. So you have to take up that responsibility also. And for me, I would say that I have taken the responsibility of bringing in these children in my life. They did not want to come. It was my decision. It was my responsibility to bring in them.
And Vineeta, when your child says "आप बहुत अच्छे हो," what definition of अच्छे you have given to your children? This is very important.
For me, I feel why do they say मैं बहुत अच्छी हूँ is because I spend time with them, because I do not hopify, if I can use that word, things on them, and I just let them be. As I said that you have to match with the vibes of your children. So maybe I have told them that, okay, come on, it's time for us to do the homework. And then they say, can we play a little more? And I'm okay with it. I would never tell them, no, homework first, play later. Mama, I do not like this particular dish. May I have something else? Of course, you may have something else. So I do not tell them, okay, this is what I have cooked and you will have to gulp it down your throat. No, I give them that space to take their little decision also. So there are days when they say that I don't feel like going to my drawing school. And I ask them, what is it? Is there anything that's troubling you? No, it's just that I want to be with you today. And I'm okay with that. So
So
I
these are yes, yes, yes. Continue, Vineeta.
Yeah, so I feel now when they come and tell me, Mama, please stop working, let's play. If I can, I do. If I am into something very important, then I request them, but please let me finish this and I promise I'll come back to you. And when I make such promises, I abide by those and I go back to them once I've finished my work. So they know that I am there. So that is why I feel that they feel that Mama बहुत अच्छी है.
So this is the definition of and a good person, since international audience is also listening to this, and I want to translate it that when a child says that mom you are very good, aap bahut अच्छे हो, it means that you are giving an unconditional love to your children. You are not forcing them to follow your strict and uh, strict rules of yours, right? You are flexible. You do have certain rules in their life, but you do not force them to, match up to your expectations. That is what make a parent good in the eyes of their children. That is beautiful. And Vinita, tell us, what is your definition of a joyous life? You find joy in everyday situations, with your children, in your work, with your students, with your clients. What is the definition of a joyous life for you?
My experience and definition of joy is that you are yourself in whatever you are. If you enjoy what you're doing, That means it's a joyous state of mind, it's a joyous state of life. So I love being with children. I am blessed that I found my niche very early in my age, that I always want to be around children. And that's what brings joy in my life. My work brings joy in my life. My children brings joy in life. Yes, there is chaos, but I have learned over a period of time with my experience and still learning to bring that calmness in the chaos. So that chaos will always be there. If it's not children, if it's not work, something else. But you will have to figure out how do you find that joy and live that joy in that chaotic state.
And if,
So
as
I
you
have
said, that
found
if,
my joy.
and that if, that is beautiful, Vinita. You said that if you are doing what you love, the life will be joyous, right? And please tell me, how do you realize, the audience who is listening, how do they realize they are actually joyous and they are not joyous? Some people even don't realize it. They think, yes, life is okay, life is good. How do they find that if they are actually joyous, living a joyous life or not? How do they know? Can you, throw a light on it?
There can be a lot of perspectives to it. Maybe a parent uh, who's just had a child and who was working before at a very good position and she was enjoying, and now at present she is sacrificing it, that work which was giving her a joy. So for that parent, I would say that it is momentary. Do not beat yourself up that I'm sacrificing, I'm not enjoying. Yes, parenting comes with a lot of struggles. Parenting comes with a lot of challenges, but every challenge has a solution. Some might take longer to resolve it. Some might take, some might be able to resolve it in a little span of time. The joy, you know that yes, you cannot go out and work. So in that case, say to yourself that no, what I'm doing at the moment is my priority. Once you get your priorities clear, you can find your joy in that. Then you will not blame yourself, oh, why did I take this decision of becoming a parent now? Or I had to quit my job, or I had to take a momentary or maternity leave for whatever span of time that can be. But you need to prioritize what is important in your life at this given moment. If you're able to prioritize that, you found your joy.
So it is all about, accepting and adapting to new situations. And I think especially parents, they need, they need to skill up themselves to, navigate through these challenges of newly acquired parenthood status, because no matter how happy you are being a parent, but still there will be chaos, there will be, the things that you have never expected, because in movies they show that a little child, little baby brings so much joy in the life of parents, balloons, toys and trams and everything. But in real life, those balloons and trams and those things are not there. You are spending many sleepless nights, Hannah. Right? Parents must, trained and give have some training on how to navigate through these parenting challenges.
Yes, that's there. But the point here is, like you said, that they have so many challenges and life looks so beautiful in movies. But don't you think it is for every relationship? When you're dating, when you're
Yeah,
in love, when you're with your
absolutely.
friends, when you're with your parents, the love's always there. But don't you think the chaos is always there? When you're going out to your workplace, is there not chaos? But you manage everything and you do
Yes.
not make a hue and cry out of it. Only when it comes to parenting, I don't know why it is so high. Yes, it will come with chaos, it will come with responsibilities. But let us try and not make it so high. For that, we need to find.
Maybe the parents are not being prepared before. Maybe
Yes,
they are
that's
not
there.
prepared.
Of course, that's there. Parents are not prepared. Also, they have this lovey dovey feeling, oh, parenting is so much fun, as you rightly said. But then, in a society, also, you know what? I would not tell that it is a problem with a parent or anything. We, as a society, have actually shown that it is so beautiful, but we've never highlighted the struggle, the challenges that one has to undergo to see that beautiful part in the life. So we should make that shift where we try to highlight in the situations where actually the parents go through rather than just showing the happy, happy, happy scenarios. What
And
goes behind is also important.
especially Vinita, if we talk about single parents, they have altogether a different scenario, and they say that it takes a village to raise a child. And when a parent is raising a child single-handedly, what do you think? What can be the struggles are, and how the parents can manage it?
That again, I would say that yes, there is a lot of struggle for a single parent, can be a mother or a father, and the person has to seek help. Why I say seek help is because the person might think that no, if somebody refuses, or no, it is my decision to be a single parent, why should I be seeking help? That's the one myth I would want to break today through the soulful talk. That is, there is no shame in seeking help. Seeking help is your strength. Not everybody has the strength to go out to the world and tell them, dude, I need help, I need you. That is one thing I would tell, not just only to a single parent, but to every parent out there, every single human out there, seek help. Now, coming to that, I would also say that single parenting is not just the legal bifurcation of the union. Single parenting can be in the same roof where husband and wife are living together, where only the
Absolutely.
mother is taking care of everything, where father is taking care of certain things, where father is taking care of everything and mother is taking a children. I have had seen in my close associations where I have seen that the mother is only taking care of right from feeding to the child to sending to the school, taking care of the PTM's homework and every little thing. And the father is there. So is that parent not raising the child single-handedly?
True,
Yes.
true, true.
And even when there is separation, which is a sad thing, but then probably circumstances want that to happen, and then they co-parent also. So in a union also under the same roof, I feel that there is no legal separation, but there is co-parenting also happening. So struggles are everywhere, whether you are a labeled single mom or whether you are in a roof where your husband's there, where your family is there, you're living in a joint family scenario. Also, the mother is doing everything on her own. And
And what solutions you want to suggest in these scenarios? If the mother or a father is raising a child single-handedly, whichever scenarios they are, or is it a labeled single mom, single father, or they are just living under the same roof but raising a child single-handedly, what solutions can be there?
topmost is communication. You need to communicate. And we just tend to assume that it is just not my responsibility. Why is he not coming and helping me? Why is she not coming and helping me? But think from the other perspective. If you need help, if you want your partner to help you, please go and tell your partner, it's getting difficult for me. Please, can you help me with this?
Again, seeking help. You should
Seeking
speak up.
help. Yes. And especially, I would say with men, I would not, like generalize it, but usually they understand better when we express in words rather
True.
than rather than just giving them a situation where they do not know what to do. And in that fit of rage, you say, okay, I will manage everything on my own. The husband's like, okay, you said that you will manage, so I did not come.
They take everything
That
literally. They take everything literally. So women should
absolutely,
understand. Yes.
absolutely. And the expectation, man, is so hard within. When do we get hurt? When our expectations are not met. That's when we are hurt. So if you have certain expectations, share it with your partner, share it with your family that I expect you to do this. Can you please do this? Or just say that I want to help, or it is your child also. I am finding it difficult. Let us do it together. Parenting is partnership. It is not just a mom's work or just a dad's work. Communication is the key to sort out things, every single thing. So I think communication is the key for it.
That is very true. All the parents who are listening and all the moms, especially who, complain that my husband is not supporting me. First, assure yourself that have you communicated your expectations from your husband as a father or not? If you have not communicating properly, check yourself and make it clear to your husband. As Vinita has said, that they take everything literally, right? If you say, okay, I will manage myself, okay, they will take literally that she will manage everything herself. So be sure and be clear in your expectations to your husbands. Tell them in a clear terms that this is what I expect from you as a father. Let us share it, the responsibilities. We are, equal partners in parenting our children, right? So this is a very important point you have given to all the parents out there who are listening and watching the Soulful Talks. Vinita, I want to ask you, uh, I think you are a very balanced person in my view. Whatever, I watch you and observe you in your daily life, and I see that you are a balanced person. What do you do to be such a balanced person? You manage everything. How do you do that?
I flow with the flow. Yes, I have my structure. Yes, I know I have to work from certain hour to certain hour. And in between, I try to give time as much as possible to my children. So once you know where are the points where you have to focus and give your time, that brings in balance. And what helps me most is talking to people around. As I said, for me, as a person, I am very expressive and I like to emote my feelings, happy feelings, angry feelings, sad feelings. And I'm blessed to have my village of people who help me raise myself. If I am stuck anywhere, I know who I can reach out to. My bunch of friends, my supportive family, my word bring balance to my life. And yes, practicing yoga has calmed me down a lot. That is one major shift which I have imbibed in myself in my daily routine. Also, when my children join me, I feel that yes, that's also one time, one moment where I am with my children again. So that's my mommy time also with them on the days they can join me because my day starts very early in the morning. So that is there. So finding balance is also within you. If you're finding it difficult to find that balance, which is okay, but then again, I would say that reach out to people who think that who can help you, your friends, your family, counselors, coaches, parenting coaches. Seek out for help because do not think that, oh, yes, I can do it. Of course, you can do it. But you do not have to show that strength that I am managing everything on my own. Do not be that harsh on yourself.
See,
Start loving
if
yourself. Be
a
gentle
parent
on yourself.
the parent must understand. You have given very important points here. When the parents say, okay, I will manage it. Okay, I will manage it. But you must understand and realize that you are not able to manage it. If you are not feeling happy, you are feeling overwhelmed, it means you need help. And you must seek out help from outside, from a professional or from some coach. That is very important. And the thing you have given me, the tip you have given me about yoga, this is what my next question is about your inner awakening. What do you do, and what do you want to say about inner awakening in every human being's life, and what do you do for it? You have already told that you do yoga early in the morning with your kids, but how special it is and how important it is for every human being to realize the importance of inner awakening and inner work.
See, when you will love yourself first, you'll be able to give love to everybody around. So once you realize that spark in yourself, that you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, and you're doing it because you have to do it. That means you're not loving yourself, you're not loving what you're doing also. So you have to love yourself first. You have to. Starting yoga was very difficult for me. It came as a challenge to me because self care is the most difficult thing. And your inner awakening will only come when you start telling yourself that I love myself. You have to set that priority of loving yourself first. And it is yoga that has worked for me. It can be Zumba for anybody else. It can be painting for someone else. There can be any form of art that might help. That is why we say art is therapeutic. It might be going to the gym for someone else. It can be a simple walk. It can be just gardening. So you have to understand what brings joy, what brings calm, what brings peace in your mind. And think that when you are just with yourself, not thinking about what has to be taken care of. So once
and
that is sorted, I would say that that's where your inner work starts.
and then thing and all sorts of activities, art activities. It is very important. If you are working in inner, you are targeting for inner work. You should not, just mechanically do it and thinking, and your thoughts are running somewhere else. So that is very important to focus on that activity, and by living in that present moment, that is your inner work. In fact, even if you are cooking in the kitchen and you are totally focused in all the spices and masalas and vegetables and cuttings, you are in a meditative state, and that is your inner work. Whatever you do, if you are in the now moment, that is your inner work. So, all the people who are listening, do not, burden yourself that for inner work you have to go somewhere in the Himalayas and some mountains and sit in a meditative pose, and that is your inner work. No. If you want to do the inner work, it can happen anywhere. You just have to be in the moment and focus on your thoughts and focus on your inner energies. So that is beautiful. My last question for you, Vinita. Okay, now imagine you become a millionaire. What would you do with that status?
With that status, I'll sleep over
Millionaire
that.
status. Millionaire status.
Yeah. So I will sleep over that status and I will travel the world with my children. That's the first thing I'm going to do is travel the world with my children the day I become a millionaire and have that status.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, Vinita, I don't want you to go from this talk show. I want to talk more. Okay, last question. I am tempted to ask you something more. What are the two most advices, most important advices you want to give to the moms out there?
I would say that don't beat yourself to be a perfect mom or a parent. There is no such definition of a perfect parenting. Go with the flow. Be easy on yourself. I would say that to all the moms. Do not go on guilt trips. Oh, I could not feed my child. Oh, I couldn't spend time with the child. It is okay. It is absolutely okay. Love yourself. Also, when you are tired, take a break. Do not come to a point where, on that threshold where you are just burnt out completely. Do not bring yourself to that point. I'll just give you a very simple example. When the mobile battery burns out, even when it is 40, we just plug in. It should not drain, the battery should not drain to zero. Why aren't we doing the same with our bodies? When you are at 50% burnout, take rest. The work can wait. Charge yourself. Take a short nap. Talk to a friend. Just lie down doing nothing and then get back to work. Keep charging yourself from time to time. Don't wait for that moment where you are just so tired that you would want to crash, where you want to cry, where you get overwhelmed. No, take a pause when the need be, and be a little mindful and conscious about yourself first. The minute you will start taking care of yourself, the minute you will be mindful about your needs and you will start taking conscious decisions, trust me, half your battles will be won. The challenges will no longer seem to be challenges. And we say it, life is but a challenge. But it is up to us how we see that challenge to be. Is it really a challenge, or I am looking it as a challenge? If you get that clear notification from your conscious head, you are sorted.
So beautifully said, Vinita, that challenge is not a challenge. It is up to you. How do you take it, as a challenge, or you want to take it as an opportunity? There is a beautiful awakening. There can be a beautiful awakening out of chaos too, if you manage it well. And if you are awakened from inside, if you are mindful about your own desires, mindful of your own needs, mindful of your own inner being, that is very important. So we have learned a lot from you today, Vinita. Thank you so much for pouring your heart out and giving us beautiful messages from handling all the challenges, and how do you manage in daily life, and how do you enjoy with your kids, and how you work on your inner awakening. It is beautiful, uh, you know uh, lessons you have given us throughout this talk show, and I'm sure that everybody who is listening and watching this interview or a talk, they are going to benefit it from a lot from it. Thank you so much for coming to Soulful Talks, and I want to see again and again here. Thank you so much, Vinita.
Thank you so much, Dr. Suruchi. It's been sheer pleasure. Thank you so much.
And I want to thank all who have watched this video. You can give your comments. How do you like this talk? And also share this talk to other, your contacts, so that everybody should benefit from this beautiful talk. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care.